Good morning, I'm Brett Paget, Senior Produce Merchandiser, AWG, Nashville Division. This morning we are at Jamison's Family Market, Morgantown, West Virginia. Today we're going to do a training video on how to set up a department and calling standards. First, a department manager must discuss with the store manager or supervisor and set an appropriate time to get the department set up. Generally this will be 8 to 9 a.m. Being set up means called down, fresh, blocked, and one layer. Does not mean totally full. Let's move to the banana table as we start our presentation and showing the calling process. We're back to the banana display. When starting your calling in the morning, always start at the banana table. Be sure to have one case of full fruit or two, if needed, on display, and empty banana boxes to start your call. Be sure to also bring a feather duster, rag and cleaner, paper and pen to check for missing signs and tags, and merchandising notes or display notes provided by your supervisor if your company provides those or does those. Okay, we're going to give a demonstration now on how to call this banana display. This morning we have some yellow fruit that was already existing from last night's sale of carryover. We also have on our cart some greener fruit. Today we're going to offer some yellow fruit and some greener fruit. Most shoppers prefer some shoppers prefer a different color, either yellow or a greener fruit, depending on how long they plan on keeping it home. Currently we are going to go through the display, straighten up all the display, make sure this display is one layer, not two layers, only one layer, with the crown facing up, the stems out. Next, we will take our feather duster, go through our display, and clean off all excess debris from this display. We take our rag, wipe down the display. Put out some greener fruit. Note while you're filling the display, be sure to look and see if all your signs are in proper order, and if they're not tattered or torn. If you have any fruit that needs to be pulled or called, depending on what your company standard is on markdowns, be sure to have that checked. There we have two stages of fruit, some yellow fruit and some greener fruit for the day to start the day. Remember, only one layer, and rotation is critical on this. Okay, we're to our next section where we're going to do the potato and onion table. This morning we're going to call this table down and pull any unsellable product. This morning it looks like we're going to go through the bakers. We have some green ones here, so we're going to pull those, straighten up. Remember, clean as you go, and rotation needs to be 100%. As you're calling through, be sure, as we talked about at the banana table, be sure to look up for signs missing. I see up here on the pre-wrapped sweet potatoes, we're missing a sign. So we need to make a notation of that and get that covered for today. Looks like we have some potatoes that were broke out of some bags put out here. We'll pull those off, as those are not to our specs or standards on sizing. Looks like our pre-wrapped bakers are a little green here. We'll pull some of those off as well. Remember, you want to have freshness 100%. It's important for your first customer and your last customer. And remember, calling is not just one time a day. It needs to be done periodically throughout the day. I'd say 2 to 3 times during the day. As you maintain the standard and as you're calling the whole display in your department, as you keep consistency and keep doing this day in, day out, after a while it's going to get easier and your pulls are going to become less. On items such as bagged items like onions, sweet potatoes, onions, bagged potatoes, bagged apples, bagged citrus, be sure to turn your tails down, and we'll get to that in a minute. I'm just going to go through a quick call right here and straighten this up. Pre-wrapped sweets look pretty good. Our jumbo yams, got some issues on those today. We'll pull those. Those will be marked down. Be sure to, when you pull these items, take them back and write them down in your shrink log so you know exactly what kind of shrink amount you're going to have, or shrink amount that you have in your department. If you're not doing that, I would suggest making a shrink log so you know exactly what you are throwing away. This will help you to determine your known loss. We don't have one available today, but generally when you do this section, I would also either have a shop vac, either a small hand one, or a plug-in like a garage shop vac. They work great for keeping this section nice and clean and tidy. Note on this display, or this area, we have some good cross merchandising with some Vidalia onion shipper stuff here, boxes to make some onions. This red onion section looks like we have a lot of opportunities here. Got a few we're pulling. If we had our shop vac, we'd be running it right now. We'll get this called up here for you. This is extremely important every day. There's should be no guidelines on you don't have time to do it. Your customers deserve fresh quality, so this needs to be done daily. Generally, when doing a call on a department this size, it probably take, by the time you do the fill in the morning on the banana table and do the call, follow the displays in the rack, it generally will take about an hour. Most times in a department like this, generally would have 2 people come in and do it to get the call done. If you're on truck days, just to be able to get the truck broke down and the holes filled, or one layer. Again, we don't have a shop vac today. There's a lot of onion peel here, but we'll do the best we can cleaning it up. Again, it looks like we're only missing one sign, and that's on the end with the pre-wrapped sweet potatoes. So we're good there. On your bagged onions, nearly all bags have a tail with a UPC on it for scanning purposes up at the register in the store. Be sure to always turn the tails down, so people don't want to see the tail, or whoever's packed them or shipped them. They want to see the product. So always turn the tail down. Just kind of uniformity. It's a little bit anal, but it's kind of to set the standard. Always turn those down. Make your rows nice, neat, and straight. Same thing on the white onions here. We got some peel. We'll go ahead and go through those. This section. And once again, once you get to a consistent pattern of doing this, the department, the conditions and the amount of pull you're going to have is going to go down. It's going to be a lot easier to do, a lot easier to maintain. Customers are going to love it because they're going to be able to buy fresh product day in, day out, all the time. Not going to have any issues with anything. Over here to the bag onion section. We're going to pull this down and go through it all as well. Next, we're going to pull these up. Kind of try to get some of this onion peel cleaned up here real quick. This won't be a perfect clean job on the peel because we don't have a vacuum, but we will work with what we got today. Remember, on potatoes and onions always have a tail on the bottom of the bag, so turn that down. Bagged potatoes, bagged apples always have a tail on the end. Tuck those under when building your display. Make nice, neat, straight rows. Try to not have hills and valleys in your displays. Try to have nice uniform levels. If you can't make them level, try to use something to dummy it up a little bit so it kind of turns out level on your display. Turn all your labels running the same way. Nice, neat, and straight. There we have a quick call of the onion, bulk potato section. Remember, eye appeal is buy appeal on these displays. Always use color breaks, have nice level displays, widen out if you don't have enough product to fill in your hole for the day. Hand stack product using either horizontal or vertical rows. Remember, on potatoes, onions, bagged apples, bagged citrus, tails always down. And then on potatoes and bagged apples and citrus, tuck your tails under. Have nice, neat, straight rows. In conclusion, calling is one of the most important parts of your day. It begins your day and should be done periodically throughout your day, at least 2 more times. This gives your first customer and your last customer the opportunity to buy the freshest and best produce you have to offer. By following these guidelines, it's going to help you reduce your shrink and also set the stage for selling more fresh product to your customers. I'd like to thank Jamison's Price Cutter Market today for allowing us to come in and prepare this video. We hope it helps you learn a little bit more about the importance of calling your department and setting the way for great sales. This in turn is going to help you generate more profits and have a fresher, more appealing department for your customers. Thanks for watching our video, and happy selling.